Today's episode of The Mom Game is brought to you by our friends at Gateway Buick GMC at LBJ and Jupiter. I know that buying a car can be stressful, but not at Gateway because their slogan is, Gateway's got it. And just what does that mean? Well, it means Gateway's got a wide selection of new Buicks, GMCs, and GM-certified used vehicles, all competitively priced. Gateway's got it. In these busy times, you want a car dealer who makes things easy and convenient. Well, guess what? Gateway's got it. When you log on to gatewaybuickgmc.com, look for the Shop, Click, Drive button. This allows you to shop from the comfort of your home, and who doesn't want that? In fact, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, select your vehicle. 2, create your offer. 3, schedule your delivery. And on top of all this, Gateway Buick GMC offers complimentary car washes for life. So when you want a dealer who has it all, Gateway's got it. You can find them online at gatewaybuickgmc.com or shop in person at LBJ and Jupiter. GMC, we are professional grade. Experience the new Buick. And welcome to episode 198 of The Mom Game. I'm Emily Jones. She's Julie Dobbs. This is our final time together in 2023.
Sadly.
I know. Happily. Yay.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that the year is ending.
2023 out.
2023 out. And we don't miss a beat. We'll be back. And it's not like we are gone for a long time.
But we definitely want to highlight some of our best of moments. Thanks to our lovely viewers and listeners who have helped us compile these best ofs.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about resolutions, plans for 2024. Julie, what you got?
Resolutions.
Will you bring your mic closer to you?
Yeah.
So I can hear you.
Wait, now or in the new year?
Now. And
just
then
being snarky.
Just getting an early
Is this
start.
better?
Yeah.
New Year's resolutions. I don't know. I think that, like we talked about on the last episode, it's like, to me now, life is all about having that wonderful time with family and also like something that's fulfilling for you and not trying to compromise either, I guess. And so the fulfilling for me would be radio and this, and the time with the family is something that I've just the last year is like thrown some curveballs as far as our time and when my show is an early morning versus late at night or not late at night, but 2 to 6. And that's been a little bit of something I've been just trying to sort through because I don't like being away from the kids, but I also love what I'm doing. So just trying to, I guess, weave it all together nicely and make sure that I'm not doing a bad job with either one, which is probably the same resolution every year if you're a working mom. It's like, make sure that I'm good with my family, make sure that I'm good with my work, but then also don't forget to make sure that you're good with you.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I think that's very well put.
Yeah. Like you want to make sure that you're awesome. That's why I'm like, I got to get out and play tennis. I got to exercise. I got to do these little things, that also make me happy. Otherwise you're giving everything to everybody and leaving nothing left. So that's one of the things. And then we have some fun trips coming up. In fact, I have a funny story.
Do tell.
Because in April, we're going to go to Cabo for a week with the kids. We
just the 4 of you?
Well, we're going to go for my father-in-law's 70th birthday.
Okay.
So we're going to pull them from school for a week, which we've never done, but I think it'll be fine. And we had to go get new passports. We all had them, but Anna didn't have her passport. So that is my 5-year-old daughter. So she needed a new passport. And so we pulled her from school on Monday.
Right fast. Just PSA for everyone out there. Kids have to have them every 5 years.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, if Anna didn't have one, period, she'd have to have one. But
she had one as a baby, but now she's 5 and she'll be 6 in May.
And what about Ryder?
Ryder's we got a couple of years ago. So he's good. They're off like timing wise, which kind of sucks. But I mean, he's 8 and she's 5. So it wasn't going to be perfect, I guess, unless he was 10 and she was 5, right? So his is good, but hers wasn't. So her passport still is like a tiny baby, and she's about to be 6, and her passport was going to expire before we go to Mexico. So we had to make her a passport appointment. Luckily, the Stars still helped because they can get us into this really great passport place where you don't have to wait in line. It's not like the one, in the downtown that takes like 4 hours or whatever. It was like somewhere up in Plano, and you have an appointment. So she had a 9:00 appointment on a Monday. She was going to have to miss school, and she woke up early, and she and Kelly were talking all about it and looking at her baby picture, looking at all the other passports. And she was like, in her mind, I think this was like the picture.
Oh.
Like she was going to get photographed.
Oh.
Like, she's going to be a star and she's getting a picture taken.
Okay. Professionally.
Yeah. Like we've never gone and done professional pictures for anything. So she built this real high up in her little mind.
Okay.
And so she wanted to have her hair perfect and she wanted to wear the perfect thing. And so I helped her and I did her like half up hair, which we love. And we put a big bow in it and, you know, it had a cute little outfit and we were ready to rock. We took Ryder to school and we were like, all right, Anna, now it's your time. We're going to go get this passport picture. She was just ready to like a runway. Like she's ready to fucking rock this. So we go to the passport agency and go right in. It was amazing. And the lady kind of looks at her and she's like, Kelly and I joke, like the passport people that work at these government offices have to be trained to not like have any emotion. Yeah. So she kind of looks at Anna and she's like, you're going to have to take your hair down. You can't have a bow like that in your picture.
Oh,
girlfriend lost her shit.
Oh, no.
Lost her shit. Because in her mind, she wanted, and it was like a little top bun. Like it was kind of sticking up. I should have known, but it looked so cute. And she had thought through every little thing. And so this woman's telling her that she's got to take her hair out. I'm talking like a 3-year-old temper tantrum ensued. And she doesn't do that very much anymore, but like ran off. Like started crying, started bawling, was like, my hair, and I don't want to take it out. No one touch my hair. Like she was so excited. So Kelly's over there like trying to like stall with the government agent, just like, oh, and you need me to sign here. And I just like go try to tend to Anna and get her to calm down and act like everything's fine. Finally, take her hair down, pull it back so it's not like right on top of her head, and take her back in front. And I'm like, we're just gonna have to take this picture. So we go to take the picture and she's literally, I'm going to do my best impression of it. And I've sent it to Ashley so we can put it up on here. It was the worst picture you've ever seen. So she's got tears, she's got snot, and she looks just depressed. Her face is like this.
It looks like she just got picked up for a DUI. Like, let's be real.
It literally looks like a mugshot.
She looks like a mugshot.
She just passed out in a stoplight.
She looks like she's been beaten by her parents or something. And it's just because she can't hide her emotions, and she was so sad. She was so sad. She didn't want to be taken. This was her time.
This was her time.
She's gonna have to wait another 5 years. Like that's the funny part. So Kelly and I, of course, we see, and then the government lady, you know, deadpan. She's like, "What do you think? Is this gonna work?" And we just. And then Anna's like, why are you laughing? Yeah. And she wants to see the picture and it makes her cry harder because it's not at all what she wanted. And Kelly and I are just trying to keep our shit together. We're like, that'll work. Just trying to get out of there. Like, whatever it takes. Like,
whatever. We just want to go to Cabo in April, damn it.
We just want to go to Cabo. Like, I don't care. So we like took the photo and ran, right? Like take the money and run. It's like take the photo and run. And we just left and we were just trying so hard not to die laughing because we knew she was so distraught about the whole situation. But we'll blast the picture up here so everybody can see it. It's got to be one of the worst passport photos ever.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Next to mine. I'll send you mine too.
Do side by side.
Because mine, when I tried to go do it, I was also like super busy. It was at a CVS and I couldn't not smile because they don't want you to smile.
Oh, no, they don't.
And so I was
very serious.
I was trying so hard. And even my serious face, they're like, you're still smiling. Because I was kind of like,
you happy bitch?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
They're like, don't smile. And I just wanted to get out of there. So I did like the biggest like mean face. I was like, just so I can get out of there. So now mine is like, mine and Anna's, put them side by side.
Yeah, please.
And we're terrible.
This is what everyone needs.
But we just wanted to go on vacation. That's all we want.
And you're still going to get to go.
Yes. Sweet girl. I need to take her for like glamour shots or something just so she can fully like eat it up.
I got you, Jules.
Not
Let's
in
do
a government agency.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's coming up in the new year.
Awesome.
And what about you? What are your resolutions and plans and goals?
I really thought about it, but kind of similar to yours. Like we talked about it on the last episode, like knowing now that I've identified a lot of what triggers my anxiety and earned me the new nickname Snappy at my house over the last couple of weeks. like not even just knowing myself, but also to like informing others who are in my sphere of influence. Might be helpful for them to know, like, hey, entering high stress time and mom's feeling really anxious, and just kind of bear with me for a while, and
you're in the red zone.
Lose my shit.
You need to zone yourself. That's what we do with Ryder.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're in the red zone. So maybe just being more open about that to my people, about like, this is what I'm feeling, instead of like just carrying that with me and then exploding on them. And then trying to be more, like you said, the being in the moment and not not identifying, but identifying, the things that are important and prioritizing those accordingly. So, those are just kind of things to live by. But I think when you get a new year, you get a fresh start, and you get a chance to kind of reset on everything, which I love that.
Yeah.
And then end of January. So still Rangers very much up in the air for me. Have no clue what's going on. So I don't know, if I'll be at spring training, if so, when, blah, blah, blah. But I did plan a trip with girlfriends end of January, early part of February, to go to Puerto Vallarta, to my favorite little adults only all-inclusive place that the 5 of us will just go and just chill the F out.
Nice.
So that'll be good for me.
End of January?
End of January, yeah. And then Mike and I celebrate 15 years of marriage this year.
Wow.
So I think we'll end up doing something, but we'll have to kind of finagle it around All-Star Game and Adrian going into the Hall of Fame. Don't tell him I said that. But yeah, so we'll figure something out. But yeah, excited for, I love fresh starts. Like I love getting a new planner and cheesy shit like that.
Yeah. No, it'll be fun. A clean slate, I think, is good for all of us.
Of course, we have our 4-year anniversary coming up.
4-year anniversary.
Mom Game 4th year anniversary coming up.
Just going to keep cruising.
Yep, coming up in March. Okay, but now it's time. It's time to get to our best of 2023.
Yay!
And this is brought to us by our new friends at Epic Water, who would like for you to close out 2023 with a big fat bang.
Yes, Epic Waters is a wonderful place to bring your children throughout this current Christmas vacation that we are on and into the new year. It is summer all year round. You might be like me and kind of sad when summer ends and you got to put up all the bathing suits and put them up into the boxes. Well, keep those things out, because you can take your family to Epic Waters, where it is 86 degrees all year round. And coming up on New Year's Eve, this is something we're really hoping to get the word out about because it sounds really cool. Epic Waters is going to be somewhere that you can take the whole family and everybody is going to have fun. They're going to be open from 1 p.m. to 1 a.m. on December 31st. They're going to have all-day events going on throughout the day, like circus acts, and then they're going to have duck races in the lazy river. They have a really cool lazy river, and they do want you to know that they are basically overstaffed with lifeguards who have been through all of the training, and your family's safety is so important to them. So it's going to be somewhere that is safe for your kids, especially throughout that lazy river. That's really cool. They have really awesome, like, tall water slides. They have small water slides. They have a toddler area for younger kids. And they even serve drinks. Oh, I didn't even know that, but they do. They serve drinks there. So there's something for everybody. And on New Year's Eve, they're going to have duck drops instead of ball drops. And so they're going to drop these little ducks, and that will begin at 3:00. It'll go at 3, 6, 9, and midnight, so that kids of all ages are able to celebrate New Year's Eve with their family and go home and still be in bed on time and have created those wonderful memories with your family. So that's coming up on December 31st on New Year's Eve, 1 p.m. to 1 a.m. Kid crafts all day long, hula hoop contest, raffles every hour for prizes that total over $1,000. You can upgrade to have delicious VIP Hawaiian-inspired dinners for the family. So you can also dine very well while you're there.
So there's a bunch of different ticket package options for you. Just check them out. We'll give you their social media handles in just a second. But it's not just New Year's Eve. They're open the entire Christmas break, which we're going January 2nd. If any of y'all want to come meet me and my crazy kids, and hopefully Julie, you can come then too. Yep. January 2nd, we're going to hang out at Epic Waters Indoor Water Park. They're open December 21st through January 8th. And the great news is we have an exclusive Mom Game discount code, 20% off admission through March 8th. That includes New Year's Eve, up until March 8th. The code is the Mom Game. You just put that in the coupon code box at checkout. And like I said, good for even New Year's Eve festivities. So if you want to see what Epic Waters looks like, just get on their social media handles at Epic Waters GP on Instagram and all social media channels. We're excited to have them on board and really excited. I'm excited to get back out there. I went right after they opened because my friends, Lee Lewis Construction out of Lubbock, actually built Epic Waters. So we got to kind of have like a little sneak peek. And I told Henry that we were going to go on January 2nd. He was like, is that the place where you push me down the water slide? I was like, yes. So we got all the way to the top of this water slide. It was him and another buddy, and his mom and I were there. And they were like all scared. Meanwhile, their sisters who are like 2 years younger than them are just going down. And I'm like, listen, you're going. We got all the way up here. So they're like on the verge of tears. I like push them down. And Henry's like, I want to go back there. This is going to be great this time because I'm not scared.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
Henry
it was really funny.
me.
Yeah. So it'll be super fun. So we'll go there on January 2nd. But check out Epic Waters GP on social media, Instagram, get a real feel for what it's like. So super, super thrilled to have them on board.
Yeah, and we're excited to have them partner with us for the whole new year.
Yeah.
We have so much fun stuff coming up with them, including a remote. We'll be out there doing our show.
Yeah. And thankful to them for helping to bring us the best of 2023.
Yay.
Okay, 2023, new year, new kind of us.
Yeah,
We're just trying to get
a little
just
better.
trying to get better.
Yeah.
Just trying to get a little bit better.
Episode 170 of the Mom Game. I'm Emily Jones. She's Julie Dobbs. We're together again. And this is it. Our studio. Complete with the piece de resistance, whatever it says, whatever that fancy thing. Look at our fancy fucking sign. It's awesome. So this is it. Now we can show you the wide shot. We're gonna take you on a tour.
I didn't think it was high tide.
A rising tide lifts all boats.
Rising tide lifts all boats.
Is there anything about dinghies in there? No. No dinghies.
That's not on this website.
How do dinghies
on
rise?
Websites. I'm not going to search dinghy.
How do dinghies lift? How do you lift a dinghy?
Well, you put on something real nice and sexy.
All right, we're 24 minutes in before
I
we
bet
went
you could
there.
lift a dinghy.
20 depends on whose dinghy it is.
Can you lift a dinghy?
Sure. At Texas Tech University, get your guns up. So, welcome to the Mom Game. We're thrilled to have you.
We're not raising guns up on most of the mom podcasts, so I'm already in. I love it.
Well, I appreciate that's very true.
We're a little different.
Yeah, we're very different.
We're also
John,
drinking wine.
We're drinking wine. It's afternoon here.
It's
in DFW.
It's for sure in the morning, but whatever.
And so I ordered all brand new paint cans.
Right.
And then I converted all the paint into new paint cans and relabeled them and organized them in the cabinet in the garage.
No.
I've never felt so
The
good.
painters paint cans that they were still using?
No, they're done. This is just touch-up paint for me to have in case something happens. And
you couldn't even have it in the garage like that?
No, and it's in a cabinet.
Emily.
I know. And I built a cabinet.
Couldn't you just put it in a box with a cover and then not worry about it?
Yeah.
Would it still be screaming at you like from the box?
Probably.
Remember me?
Help me! I'm so dirty and dented. I need to be in a clean silver can with a proper label.
Oh my God, Emily, this one might be the worst of them all.
It was like, I didn't have kids. I could have been like day drinking, whatever, going to the spa.
Call me. We can hang out.
But and I texted my girlfriends and I'm like, guess what I'm doing? Kids are in Graham.
Did
Friday
they give you
night.
shit?
I'm ready. They're all like, you're stupid. You're ridiculous. There's no help for you. And I'm like, I know there isn't. But
how do you even buy empty paint cans?
Amazon.
Without the paint in them?
No, it's just empty paint cans.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it felt so good. And then I made labels for each room because they just had colors on them. I don't know what color is what. So I did where the location of the paint. So I was really proud. And I built a cabinet because we just had like a broom and a rake and a blower. And by the way, got an electric blower.
Yeah, you having fun?
Oh my gosh. Do you know how awesome an electric blower is?
No, but I've heard.
It's so amazing.
I've heard.
Because like it would take me 30 minutes to sweep the garage, maybe not 30, but I mean, you get that blower, it's like, and it's the electric one. So you're not like, you don't have to refill it with gas. You just have to charge the battery. Very safe for the environment. And it just blow stuff out. You just blow it around, blow out the leaves, blow out the
What do you do when you
garage.
run out of leaves? Do you get sad?
No.
Do you find other
I get-
stuff?
no, yeah. I mean, it's always can find something to blow. Happy New Year!
I teed you up for that
Happy
one.
New
Maybe.
Year!
Hit it out of the park.
And we're right back in rhythm.
Oh, wait. Let's listen. Hold on.
Okay.
Hello.
Fort Worth ISD will be closed Thursday, February 2nd for the safety of students and staff.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Extracurricular activities Thursday.
I mean, I get it, right? I mean, it's,
I know.
just we're talking about like it's not going to get above freezing. Shit's not going to improve. So I get it. It's not like I'm like, get our kids back in school whether it's safe or not.
I'm getting a phone call.
This will be fun. Okay, answer yours. Maybe it's the DISD.
But what if it's not?
Just answer. We want to hear. Put on speaker.
Good afternoon, Richardson ISD. Our ISD schools and offices will be closed on Thursday, February 2nd, due to ongoing inclement weather and hazardous travel conditions. Closure includes games, activities, and events for February 2nd.
Start drinking. Shit.
I know.
Programs
Your 4 glass of wine.
and athletic events.
Okay. We get it, Richardson ISD. We get it.
We need to rank our phone call deliveries. I feel like
I'm gonna go tell my kids.
my guy had a very pleasant voice.
No school tomorrow.
Live reaction from Emily's kids screaming.
At least someone's happy about this.
I know.
No, I mean, I get it. It's just like, fuck, I don't know how to make any other food. Like I'm out of options. Like,
Well,
I don't even know if I have enough ingredients to make stuff. Like,
I know.
what is happening?
Yeah, do you get the
I think
digits?
this is the first time we've met
It
in
is.
person.
It
Yes.
is, yeah.
I'm very excited for this moment. I'm excited for today. I feel like you are a legend here in DFW.
Look at the hair.
Well,
look at the hair.
Listen, I
Perfectly
just
coiffed
left. I
hair.
just left the gym a couple of hours ago. I mean, there's not a whole lot of dippity doing it right now,
Okay.
and it's really mine.
It's pretty. Yep, it is. And
Really?
it's not even hard.
Wow.
Okay, do you?
It's not-
It's so crazy with moms. Like, when's the last time you took your own temperature?
I know you don't.
You don't. But I've taken I've in the last week I've taken like 10 temperatures from between Mike and Henry. And so I'm like, why don't I ever take my temperature?
Because it doesn't matter. You can have a temperature.
It doesn't
You can't
matter.
quit doing anything.
No.
You got to keep doing everything.
This is true. This is true. And so, and we've talked about this before. The husband's being sick is just it's just something like I've never seen. Like,
I know.
and luckily our kids were out of town. So he didn't have, I mean, there was nothing for me to be bitching about him not doing. I actually got a shit ton of work done on Sunday and Monday. But he just it's just something.
It's just something.
So ills. And yeah, I mean, and just and I told you he goes into this baby talk mode that I'm just like, I can't help you when you're talking like a 2-year-old. Like you are a grown ass man and I love you a lot. I love you with all my heart. But I need you to be, you to be manly. Like I need you to.
We don't want them being wimpy.
No.
We're
And he's
the
not-
only ones that can act like that.
I mean, I will tell you, this is the only time when the man acts this way. Because when he's healthy, for goodness sake, you would think he could knock down a fucking 10-foot tall brick wall. Whatever. Yeah. It's this, but it's when they get sick.
Yep.
It's such a phenomenon.
Yep.
And I don't know if Mike is extra bad. And then I think what makes it worse is he knows how bad it bothers me. And so then he does it more, which is a sign of a fantastic marriage. When you identify something that bugs your spouse and then you do it
over
more.
and over and over.
So anyway.
Trying to get a rise out of you. Just trying to keep you on your toes.
I guess so. So anyway, we've survived the McCoy illness of the first round of 2023 and everybody appears to be on the mend.
As a parent, there's a couple of things that's important for us to do. Number one, we have to stop robbing our kids of the opportunity and blessing and gift of failure. of falling down. We have to stop taking that from them because they're turning into 22-year-olds that get their first feedback from their boss, and it's not a shining star. It's, hey, we hired you because you're supposed to help us make money because we're running a business, and you didn't do a great job this quarter. Next quarter, you got to step it up. And they have no psychological wiring to deal with that. And that is not on that generation. That's on parents. That's on us. I stole that from my kids, and I got to let them have that. The second thing is some of the parenting wisdom back in the 80s and 90s was if you have to fight, go in the back room. Don't scare the kids. And what we did, again, was we stole the opportunity for kids to see two people who love each other and who are committed to the end of time, but who got really pissed off today because you keep peeing on the toilet seat, idiot, and you keep overspending right? We stole that from our kids.
Too many Amazon
and
deliveries.
It's critical that we have disagreements in front of our children.
I am doing that right. We argue in front of our kids. Point me.
Yeah, way to go. You've got one thing. There was a third thing I was going to tell you too. That's super important with our kids.
Kids.
I was just so excited that you finally got one thing right. I just want to celebrate.
I know.
It's the first. She's
proud of herself.
Okay, so you said stop robbing them of failure. Stop pretending like you have to go to a back room to fight.
We have to stop using our kids as our personal report card. Parents are using kids' athletic performance as an indicator of a barometer of how well they're doing. We're using our kids' grades and how much they say yes, sir, and no, sir, and how they dress and what their shoes look like as markers for what our parent performance.
Yeah.
And our kids can't hold that weight. That's not their job to prop up our faltering self-esteems.
Jesus.
Their jobs.
It's so true. How old are your kids? Because it gets worse as they get older.
13 and 7.
Oh, yeah. So you're in it. You're in it. You
dude.
know, yeah.
That's like you, Em.
Yeah. I mean, I'm 11 and 9. But
she's 11 and 9. I'm 7 and 4.
And so as parents, we've got to stop using our kids as barometers and report cards. We've got to stop saddling them with our fantasies, our things that we didn't accomplish. If I just worked harder, I would have gone pro. We all sound like Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. Shut up. Right? What we have to do as parents is honor our kids and who they are and the weird little art kid or the weird little football player or the weird little track kid. And we have to teach them, okay, cool, you're going to go after that one, but you got to work hard. And you're going to have to face rejection. And I'm not going to protect you from rejection, but I'm going to be here when it happens.
But also exciting.
Yeah.
And make new friends.
Yeah.
And I have room for like a few more.
You do. Okay.
In my life.
Well, I mean, I feel like you and I are the same way. Like we weren't really, we were not close at all before we started this thing.
Yeah.
And now you're like.
And then I propositioned you.
And you did proposition me. You did. It was also awkward. Just kidding.
I went the email route.
Well, and then we met. Yeah. We met at Texas Live.
We did come meet at Texas Live.
We did.
Talk about our future.
It was our first date.
It was.
But there are times when their manness comes out, and it's hey, sugar.
Oh yeah, it does.
You don't have to mansplain things to me, and you don't have to be caught off guard if I'm assertive in a situation or I speak my mind. It doesn't mean I'm a bitch or I'm crazy. It just means that I'm confident in the things that I'm saying and the things that I'm doing. So I need you to understand that and not think that I'm just a raging bitch. If you want to think that, that's fine. But let me tell you, you're not justified in it if I'm simply doing those things.
Yeah.
And so that it makes me insane. And it's like, to me, Caitlin Clark, her whole persona, the way she plays the game and then the way she carries herself on and off the court, it's part of what people drew her to it and drew her to the game. And so get after it, girl. But listen, if you dish it out, you better be able to take it. And by all indications, it appears she can, because she didn't have a problem with Angel Reese giving it back to her. She didn't have a problem.
She said she didn't even notice. She's like, I didn't even see it.
Right. And who can, as someone who does dish out plenty of shit, I am fully prepared and I am fully aware that I am going to have to be able to take it and eat it sometimes. It's just the way it is. You can't have that kind of personality if it's only going to be one-sided.
Right.
But then for people to come out and to call Angel Reese classless and blah, blah, and all that bullshit, shut the fuck up. You cannot be serious. You cannot be serious And I don't think it's a racial thing. I think for most people, I think what happened is a lot of people didn't see the Caitlin Clark thing. They didn't know where the Angel Reese thing came from. If it came from out of nowhere, I don't care if it did come out of nowhere. Talk your smack, do your stuff, settle it on the floor. Like, again, like, just, you're bringing entertainment to the game. As long as you're not like assaulting someone or hurting someone, a little trash talk never hurt anybody. And it makes the game more interesting. It's the same shit about in baseball, like with bat flipping. Flip your bat, flip it. And if you get a strikeout and you want to karate chop your crotch and be like, suck it, I got you, do it. I mean, I'm just like, let's stop taking these things so seriously. They're just games, and there's not rules of how you should act. And if I've had this conversation with Kevin Minch on his podcast at the Big Head Pod on the Dove Network, it's the right way. So you're the mayor of the right wayville. Like, just because you think something is the right way does not mean I think something is right way, and it doesn't make my right way right, and it doesn't make your right way right. There is no such thing as the right way. There is no universal rules for the right way. Your right way is different than my right way. Why? Because we are all shaped by our experiences. The way we view things, our opinions are shaped by our experiences. And mine are different than yours, and yours are different than his and hers and theirs. And there is no way to establish a right way. So stop telling me someone plays the game the right way. There is no such thing. Thank you very much. I'm done.
Word to the wise. Yeah. Do not pay someone to recover your Instagram account.
That's a good PSA.
Or any account for that matter. Don't.
Yeah.
Because I lost $77 because of that.
Oh, man.
It's 2013 and I left actually, which we didn't know it was going to happen. But I mean, my last week on the radio was 2 weeks before everything shut down in 2020.
Oh my
gosh. So I left. And then of course I'm like, well, that's a whole nother thing. You know, I left. I had been planning that for like 6 months and they knew I had to give a lot of heads up. And so then I leave. I go out of town to kind of have a few days of a break. And I was like, okay, now I'm going to be an entrepreneur. And then the whole world shut down. I go, oh God, was this a bad idea?
Take us just through, I guess, that transition from radio to really diving in head first with the business and managing it all.
Yeah. You know, when you frame it that way though, right? It sounds intimidating. Like I knew that it was going to be this business. I was going to leave my career and on and on. No, I mean, it was much smaller scale than that, you know, how this played out. And I think I'm a little bit of a wuss in a way because I didn't just quit a job out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I straddled that doing both of those for about 3 years. And so there came a point working on the radio where I'll just be very transparent. Like I was not as fulfilled and I wasn't as happy anymore for a lot of reasons. You know, the dynamic there had changed. Everyone felt tired. You know, I felt that I had a lot more creatively that I wanted to put out. I got real tired of, I mean, you get to talk about different things. I was talking about a lot of celebrity gossip and it started to feel like I just didn't care. Right. I didn't care about it. Do you know what I mean? Like it's fun to dabble in on like any of us online, but like when I'm doing that all day, every day, I just started to hate it. And so I started thinking, okay, I have this platform and I want to experience, like, I want to try, you know, a product. Like I really thought about it for 2 years before I even started. Right. So this process was very slow, very long, over a long period of time to kind of give me the confidence because I was great with words, not so great with business, you know, like econ class in college. Like, I don't even think I went. Like, no, I wasn't good at business. And so I had to ask a lot of questions and try and make a lot of connections. I'm not a scientist. I didn't know about creating a beauty line. It didn't even really start there. And I always like to tell women that I think are interested in a side hustle, as I'm sure you all know, like you can start small with low expectations. I mean, ask questions, find mentors, see what you're interested in. I always say, pay attention to the world around you. Like, what is a product or something that you need that doesn't exist that could fit in? And that's kind of what I sat on, honestly, for a very long time. So yeah, the process wasn't quite as major at first. You know, I didn't have a lot of money. I was like, well, I got to start very small. I mean, even when it came time to order products, I think I ordered 1,000. I think I probably put like $10,000 towards what I wanted to do. And that was about it. So I didn't have a whole lot of money to do it. And so it wasn't like at the level that it is now.
And you were still the radio job. So you had that.
Yeah, I was great. I was single. My dating life sucked. I was 35. I was going to freeze my eggs and was like, I hate men. I hate all men. And I'm just going to focus on my business. And I poured myself into that. So I'd go to work and we'd wrap around noon and I would take a break for an hour, have lunch, and then I'd get to work on my business that started as kind of a blog and fitness and all this other stuff. And then it soon, morphed into what it is now. But yeah, it took a long time. And then I said, I'm on a 2-year plan. That was my plan, right? When I started, I go, a 2-year plan is nice because it's like tangible, but still gives me enough time to see. And the whole goal was always, I wonder if I could create something for myself that then I could leave this job, you know, or find another job and do this. And then it was the timing and the risk. I think, CBD was legal just kind of at that moment that I started.
Perfect timing.
And then I wanted to do fitness related beauty because I found that it just didn't really exist in a crowded sector that beauty is. I was like, why are there no products in these nice bathrooms and women are wearing really expensive workout clothes to work out in, and there's no products. Like we're not showering all the time after. So I thought it might be a fun brand identity to do something more sporty, just kind of a different niche, sporty and with the CBD and the whole thing. So the branding experience was so fun, as a creative. That part's been the most fun for me. But trying to run and scale a business and manage other people and have no salary and go, wait a second, I have to buy my own health insurance. I mean, that's a whole different thing. It kind of takes
over your whole life.
Yeah.
I'll go in 3 to 4 days and be like, oh my God, holy crap, I haven't even taken a shower. As I'm telling you this story, I'm like, oh shit, I'm not doing well right now. I'm gonna have to go shower right after the show before the kids get home, and then I don't shower again. It's bad. And I don't like anything that's happening anymore with me. I just need to I need to go to beauty school or a beauty camp. I need to leave town for a week, and someone needs to teach me how to be a lady and a woman and how to dress up and do my hair and shower and get my nails done. I am not in a good place. I'm so glad I'm married because this bitch couldn't get any dude right now.
Before I said that, she was like, somebody said, what is that? What were you doing? And I was like, well, I burned it on the oven. And she goes, you were cooking? And it was so funny because usually
that burn is worth it because then you get to tell everyone the story that you were cooking.
I mean, I was cooking so hard, I burned myself.
You pull something at the gym and you're like, oh, I was at the gym.
Yes.
You get to tell everybody that asks or doesn't ask.
This is how hard I was cooking.
Yeah. I saw a tweet on Sunday night that was like, hey, at FedEx, not even sure how you stay in business when you just hang up on people. And I was
it's true.
Oh dear.
It's true. And I meant every word of it.
Here we go.
My customer service, Julie.
Listen, are usually mild-mannered, calm. Yes. Everything's going to work itself out. There's no need to work yourself up. Just chill. Everything's going to be fine. We're going to figure it out. It's all good. Yeah. She went customer service Julie on Twitter. I did. And I have never been so proud.
Thank you.
I was like, yes, you tell them their customer service sucks on Twitter.
Oh my God. Does it ever? Okay.
So what we're drinking. There's a reason why these are almost empty.
Oh yeah.
We'll explain later.
We will.
But yeah.
Cheers.
Oh wait, yours already gone.
Oh yeah, mine's been gone for a while.
Okay. Well, I refilled our special guest. I refilled ours with what he didn't drink. Special guest.
You did?
Pete Delka's.
I didn't know you refilled mine.
I did.
I drank it.
That's okay. That's okay. We're celebrating because the phone is on its way back after 5 days. Is it here? It's at your house. What's happening?
The eagle has landed.
The eagle has landed.
So
bottoms up on your Celsius.
Cheers. And let me tell you, the only reason I think I got it back is because I took it to Twitter. I'm not even kidding.
Okay.
I'm not even kidding. I sent a mean tweet and I immediately DM'd. And
such a page out of my book.
I got Sandra because Chuck was out.
Oh, that's right. Okay, Chuck.
Sandra DM'd me back. She's like, hey, Chuck's out, but I'm filling in. I was like, I don't give a shit. Sandra?
I don't care about Chuck, damn it.
Who are you people? Help me.
I want my phone.
Help me. I'm faced with the situation. Do you board the flight without your phone? Or do you stay and wait? Because he did get back to us after 30 minutes.
how stupid would it be if I was like,
Right.
sorry, Mom and Anna, I gotta wait for my phone. We're gonna miss this flight because I need my phone. Like, you just don't do that. So I told him not to worry about it. Stop driving back to me. Just, if you can FedEx it, that would be perfect. We'll get it overnight. I'll get it in the morning at the hotel. I'll go on with my trip, have a wonderful Friday night with my girlfriends from college who I hadn't seen in forever. Next morning, 9:30, it's supposed to be there. It's not. I go to the tracking page on FedEx. It's somewhere in Memphis. And long story short, again, turns out that particular store in Memphis, where it was closed on Sunday. So it didn't make it by 9:30 the next morning, and it wasn't even going to make it on Sunday before I left to come home. So now what?
So now your phone's going to Kansas City where you're no longer going to be because you're in Dallas because your trip has ended.
Correct. And anytime you try to call to tell them and to explain the situation, they hang up on you.
Yeah.
They're like, well, it says that it's going to be delivered to your destination on Sunday.
Visit our website.
March 12th. Yeah. And then they hang up on you. They're like, thanks. This is all the information we have. No way to talk to a human. Absolutely no way to talk to a human. And that's where my customer service bitch, Julie, came in. How do you have a company where you can't even talk to a human if you have a legit, like, all I needed to do is tell you to reroute it. Just reroute it.
That's what I felt like when I got locked out of Instagram.
I go into his office Monday morning. The guy's name's Chris Schmidt. He changed my life. I mean, he really did. And he said, hey, he goes, man, you did a great job for us this weekend. He goes, I want to offer you a job. I want you to be my Monday through Friday morning weather guy.
Oh, weather guy.
And I'm like, I swear as God is my witness, I started dying laughing. And I said, weather guy? I said, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. He goes, you were really good. He goes, you can ad lib just so easily. And he goes, we had a company called AccuWeather. And I would call AccuWeather, and a guy named Paul something would answer the phone, and Paul would give me the forecast. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not very smart, but I've got a good memory. Yeah. So I could just regurgitate anything.
You just write it down.
Right. And so that was how I did it. And I said, I don't want to do weather. And he goes, why? And I said, well, the weather people, back then, the main weather guy was a raging alcoholic.
Okay.
I mean, a raging alcoholic.
Did you want another drink of your mimosa?
I may need another drink. Think of this. And then he had a...
trying to insert irony here.
She couldn't resist.
So he was a raging alcoholic. He's a recovering alcoholic now. And he had a fetish for porn.
Oh, well.
And so
I'll stop the jokes.
Think of where
like
of where I came from with guys in Clubhouse, okay? And there's no
very similar.
There's no topic off limit, but we didn't have stacks of porn magazines all over like this guy had in the weather office.
Oh, he had it in the office.
Yeah.
Oh, so aggressive.
So heinous.
That is an addiction. You can't get through a weather report without it.
And it was
how times have changed. Can you imagine if you walked into a place of business and they had a stack of porn?
Well, no, it was like
excited to
it was
do the
Playboy and Penthouse magazines, and I remember the first time I walked, and I'm interning in the sports department, and I would walk over to the weather office, and I'm like, and we never, I mean, nobody did that in baseball. I mean, nobody had stacks of Playboy and Penthouse magazines all over, at least where the women could see it.
I was about to say.
Emily, I'm going to circle back to your reaction to that later on another show.
Well, since I've been in there, the internet's been around.
Well,
so
you have this now.
There's no need for stacks.
You don't need stacks.
No one's doing that in the locker room, but it's just now more available.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Right, it's more readily available. You don't need a hard copy.
Well, yes.
But I would guarantee you in clubhouses, there was that reading material.
Well, that's what it is. I mean, it was
a little different.
It was for the articles.
And it was probably in the bathroom.
Really great
it's not
writing.
What does that mean? This is making me very uncomfortable here, having this conversation with the two of you.
Welcome to the mom game.
I'm already going to cry. It's probably lack of sleep the whole last 24 hours. But first, let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
I love it. Emily, I cannot even believe that we were saying those words.
Julie,
just a second ago.
I still can't believe it. I don't even know where to start. You're probably going to have to guide me because my mind is running in a million different directions. I cried on a toilet by myself in Chase Field last night. It's all happening so fast.
I know.
But it's amazing.
It's weird and it makes me feel dirty. And I, as poly positive, it hurts my feelings.
Oh.
And I'm sad.
Oh.
And this makes me reconsider
everything.
Being poly positive.
Oh.
Like it's not fucking
just
worth
pick
it.
a better
like
Pick a better
situation to be poly positive about.
Okay.
Like when there's people that are like 2 miles below the surface of the ocean.
Yeah.
And their oxygen's expiring, and the company that built the submersible is on the record as saying it's very unsafe. Things like that. Don't be poly positive about that. I mean, you can be.
Okay.
Especially if you have a loved one involved. But I would say let's pick something else.
Okay.
I want to keep poly positive going.
All right, Rihanna Realistic. I love it. When did this happen? When did you become like this logical human?
Just because of this one specific scenario. Like the people didn't have a chance. I hate to say it.
Okay. All right.
But when it comes to like, the Rangers' chances of getting to the World Series.
There we go.
That's when poly positive can come into the picture.
Okay.
The chances of me dropping another quick 5 to 10 and taking a bikini pic in Hawaii, poly positive. We can do it, right?
Oh, there's a good mix. It's a good mix.
Of our dogs not having their paw pads burned on the cement, poly positive. As long as you handle it properly. Pour some water on the sidewalk,
all along the way. Like you just got one
there's
of those,
ways
like,
to
watering
prevent
cans.
this.
Okay.
Poly positive.
Okay, this should be a new character. We should start having characters.
Okay.
Okay, this will be our first one.
How does poly positive talk?
Hi, I'm poly positive. It doesn't matter if a submersible goes 2 miles below the ocean surface. I think they're going to survive because I like humans and I want them to live. This is the latest from Poly Positive. Have a great day.
Wow. Thank you.
Okay, so high school sweethearts.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go to college at.
We both went to UNM.
Okay.
University of New Mexico.
Okay.
So I always knew I wanted to go my route, vet school.
Okay.
And I didn't want to pay for undergrad, so I stayed in state for
Mhm.
essentially free school. At that point was like, he's going to do what he's going to do. And yes, it'd be sad if he went elsewhere, but he ended up staying.
Did you ever worry like, okay, he's going to go do this minor league baseball thing, a professional baseball thing, and I'm going to go to vet school? Like it's for basically for 4 years, y'all are not going to be together.
I mean,
for an extended period of time.
It just we made it work, it's just part of it. It was never like, I'm not going to do it. And there's no guarantee he's going to be where he is today. So I know people are like, why would you do that if he's going to make money or whatever? But that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a vet. Like that's been my dream since a child. And
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Yeah. And he was never like, no, come with me. Like he wanted me to do my thing too. And
yeah.
So,
and you know what? You want to give all that up. Like
right.
all of those hopes and dreams. Like,
so it was really nice that we both got to do, we're both living our dreams.
Now I'm going to be on a heavy diet of mermaid water, which Sonic needs to be a sponsor.
I know. Let's make our pitch. You start.
Okay. Hey, Sonic.
Hey, Sonic.
It's Emily and Julie from the Mom Game. Really want you to know how much we love our mermaid water. Our recipe that we stole from someone on the internet is peach syrup, fresh strawberries, and fresh lemon. Route 44 water, extra ice. Cheers, Sonic.
Call us.
Call us. Yeah, call us. Call us, Sonic. Okay.
I think we killed it.
We just nailed it. Why wouldn't anyone want to endorse or want their products endorsed on our show?
You got D-picked.
I got dick picked.
Yeah.
Like you act like you're taking this all in stride. Or do you get dick pics a lot?
No, I don't get dick pics a lot, but I know it's a thing.
But you get them.
I'll get like boob pics every once in a while.
Give me all the boob pics. Give me all the boob pics.
Yeah.
I don't want a dick pic.
Can anybody just do that to you?
I don't know. I was
Instagram.
I was expecting you to be completely flabbergasted by this, and now you're like, yeah, it's a thing. It happens. Dick pics. You're getting dick pics.
No, I'm not getting dick pics. But
why are you not enraged by me getting dick pics? I need to know this. You are so flippant about these dick pics. You're acting like it's no big deal. I was like, what the fuck?
I've been violated and you're laughing and you're just telling me to like sit back and enjoy it and let it live in my inbox. What's wrong with you? The dude sent me dick pics and it's not, there's
Yeah, no, that's terrible.
There's nothing I don't know. I could be the horniest person in America, and a dick pic is not going to do anything for me.
I'm with you there. I've been spreading this gospel for years on the radio.
Nothing.
Women don't want your D pics.
No,
we don't. I don't care if
you want to send me a
we're
tight
in a
shot of your
relationship.
abs. Now we're talking.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Do not send.
No.
No one thinks that's hot.
No. I'm with you. We're on a team here.
Okay.
I know that it's a thing is the only reason I'm not freaking out. Like I know that that's a thing.
Is it a thing for
it's going fishing?
45-year-old
middle-aged? Just gonna put my little dick pic out there, see if anybody bites.
Middle-aged women with a husband and 2 children.
Well, it's just like porn people.
But it's so creepy.
It's very creepy.
Like what I thought was a really
I'm just sitting here cruising my phone.
Funny, sitting next to my 9-year-old daughter, and then these. It's like nothing is good about that.
No, there's nothing.
I don't
good
need
about
to
that.
see that.
It's disgusting.
That's why we do things in the dark. There's a reason. There's a reason we turn off our lights and close our eyes. There's a reason. There's a reason.
Oh my God.
Love you. Love the end result. Ooh. But there's a reason why we turn off the lights, close our eyes. What's happening?
I'm embarrassed of my nails.
Oh, that's. Oh my God.
How do I drink without
you? Can't. You can't. You just embrace them. You got jank nails, girl. Jank ass nails.
They looked beautiful before my vacation. I picked orange for Hawaii.
Oh.
Episode 165 of The Mom Game. I am an extremely beaten down Emily Jones. She is perky as always, Julie Dobbs. We are not together yet again. Hopefully that will end soon because I, quite frankly, Julie, am about to lose my mind with technology. Welcome to the show, honey.
I can tell.
I mean, I'm like, I just want to give up. I want to give up, not just on technology, on life in general. I just kind of want to be like, you know what? For 2 days, I'm just not going to do anything. I'm not going to return phone calls, text messages, take my kids anywhere. I just going to stay in my pajamas and do nothing and just do nothing and eat some crap and drink some wine. And
yeah,
I don't know.
Like just, every day in our 20s.
Just give up.
Yeah, like life before kids and kids and jobs.
I wish. Please.
This one mom brought like 5 like large things of lemonade that we were gonna have to pour in glasses. And I can't remember which one of my friends was like, this is not a good idea for you. This is not, put it in the refrigerator, use it at another time. This is not a good idea for you. And I was like, okay, I appreciate you for recognizing that. I'm putting it in the fridge in the garage and we're going to move on.
I can see all of that.
Yeah.
I would be the lemonade mom.
Yeah. But
I would be like,
look, hey,
yes.
I brought lemonade.
Yes.
I'm the cool mom that brought lemonade. And then you've got the bitchy mom that's like,
the bitchy OCD mom that's like, this isn't the right thing to bring.
Wait, I need individually packaged waters and sodas, please.
This makes it more stressful instead of less.
Then I have to get cups out, and what if they spill? And God bless me.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, here I am with all
look, this is the best lemonade ever.
Country time.
I whipped up a picture myself.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. But when we started, there weren't that many women. And so the idea of like what could be possible, I didn't even know. I just knew like, hey, I wanted to get into sideline reporting. I wanted to be able to do something that allowed me to do interviews. Like that's my favorite part of the job. And then it just became, you know, what's the next thing and what's the next thing? And then you sit back and you're like, wow, the past year I was at the national championship for football and I was at the Final Four and I was at the College World Series and like all of the things that I thought were possible in my brain, you then realize that you're doing. And sometimes I try and remind myself every day, like, it's tiring, you know, I have a 4 and a 7-year-old and a husband at home and you're doing all those things and the work on top of it and the studying and I do radio of like, and remember like to enjoy what it is because this is always what you wanted to do. And while it's tiring and can sometimes be a rat race, you have to say like, and be where your feet are and enjoy
because this is always what you wanted to do and now you're there?
Definitely when I gave birth to Nash, it was 100% like it's dark to even like think about the thoughts in my head.
Yeah.
And like like with Nash it hit, and the craziest part is I had no idea postpartum depression was a thing.
Yeah.
And then I have Nash.
And then you're like,
and
is
I
this
hate
just
to
what it's
even
like to
say
be a
this,
mom?
but like I wanted nothing to do with him.
Yeah. Well, that's what I hear. And I mean, I think most moms know that feeling. Like
Yeah.
all of a sudden you're handed a baby.
And I was so young.
You were
I
young.
thought my
you
life
had
was
a lot
over.
of change.
And
Like
now that little thing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
He's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah.
But in the moment, right after I had him, I was like, what the hell did I just do?
Yeah.
Like what did like we're so stupid to think that like we wanted this. And I hate to even like I feel gross even saying that.
Yeah.
But these are real things and real feelings. I mean, like I said, I applaud you for putting it out there, because like you said, you didn't even want to tell Jonah.
No.
You know what I mean?
No. Yeah.
And for you to be, and there's so many women, I feel like, that whether it's postpartum depression or just
depression
in
yeah.
general,
yeah,
that they don't want to talk about that. And then if you don't talk about it, it's hard to get help.
Right.
And I just think I remember going to the clubhouse that day and I told Jonah, I was like, I'm really proud of Kinsey. Not that she needs to hear that or that you care, but I was like, that for her to be vulnerable enough to put herself out there like that is fucking huge. Like, and he was like, yeah, he was like, I haven't seen it, but I've gotten a lot of
he deleted his Instagram too, because I don't know how that can be.
Yeah.
Sweet boy.
For
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so how are you now? What advice would you have for other women that are having like some really, dark feelings, or not even so dark, but just like, I don't feel like myself and I'm really overwhelmed by the way I feel.
Yeah. So now I feel great. I feel amazing now, and I'm still taking medicine, like surprise. But my advice for other women is to get help, to talk about it, to know you're not alone, and to maybe find someone. You can always come to me. I'm very active on Instagram now. You can talk to me about it, and I just want everyone to know like you're not alone. And it's a fight that like we're all here. We have an army behind us, and like you don't know unless you tell.
At the beginning, and she got excited about doing my eyebrows. And she's like, all right, girl, your eyebrows are popping now. And she turned the mirror around, and I was like, ah!
They're popping now, girl.
They
are on and popping.
Black. They were black. So what I've discovered now, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, because I immediately like sent a picture to my best friend, and I was like, what do I do, Jesse? What do I do? And I was kind of panicking, and then she was with her sister who had some knowledge, but apparently the microblading, what you did, microneedling, what's it called? Microblading is like individual, huh? Individual eyebrow.
So it's
hairs?
like it's almost like they're cutting your skin or something. There's this open woundness involved. It's a pretty detailed process.
Oh no. Okay, well maybe it's microneedling. Like one of them, it's like they color them, but they do it by hair. But with tinting, apparently it's just like with like dye, and so it's like on your skin too. So you're like essentially kind of coloring your skin and your eyebrows. And so they explained, my friend did, like it's gonna fade. It's just because it's like on your skin right now.
Yeah,
and it has faded. And actually, I'm liking it today. This might be the first day where I'm not like shocked.
Yeah. Well, they don't look, I mean, they're popping, but they're a good kind of popping.
Yeah.
Destiny was right.
I have like a
popping.
welt here too. I don't know what.
But they are kind of dark for you.
Yeah, they are dark. And it's only, I mean, that was Sunday, so it hasn't been a week. I'm hoping they'll continue to fade. But yeah.
They will. They will.
It's funny, like the kids' reactions too. Anna's like, what's going on with your eyebrows? She calls them eyebrows. I was
eyebrows.
Like, just don't worry about it, baby. There's no way to explain. It's just a weird mom thing. I don't know why we care about our freaking eyebrows.
I know, but I feel like eyebrows can make a huge difference. Like for me, because I don't wear makeup unless I'm on TV.
Yeah.
And so if I can have good eyebrows, then, and I'm always jealous of people with good eyebrows. And so I'm like, if I can buy good eyebrows, I'm in.
Yeah.
Just like I was the way with boobs. Like, oh, I want some good boobs.
Basically,
I know a way I can get those.
Big Pharma.
I'll just buy them.
Big Pharma is trying to monetize every inch of our body.
They are.
And when I say big
They are. I've
pharma,
warned
I mean big beauty.
Big beauty. Big beauty and big pharma are big issues.
They're like,
for us.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, they make us just think we need help.
Well,
with every
I think
little
your
thing.
eyebrows look great.
Monday night, her recap of kindergarten it was so cute. It was like, well, it's a little confusing because I don't know everybody, and this is a really big school, and I don't really know what I'm doing, but it's like a big party. So I thought that was precious.
Not a girl, Anna.
You're kind of right. Like, it's a big school, and my mom's, I think, see it as a big party too.
Big party.
Yeah, big party. So she's doing great. Loves it.
All right, happy summer, everyone. Get out of the heat dome. Pop it if you can. Pop that heat dome.
Pop it.
We could write a song. Pop that heat dome. Pop that heat dome. Pop the heat dome. Pop the heat dome.
Pop that heat dome.
Oh.
Pop that heat dome. Ice.
Oh, with ice. Sexy
Popsicles.
voice, Julie.
Y'all have been recording too long today.
Snow cones.
Swimming. How are you gonna pop your heat dome?
I've told you the story, though. We have to tell the story about the way that we bonded over
gosh.
the week when Tampa was in town. So I had never. I should let you tell the story. So I had never met Josh.
Did she tell you this already?
I had never met Nate's brother Josh. So I walk up and I make eye contact with Nate, and I'm like, hey, he's talking to Josh, and I was like, and he was like, oh, do you want to meet my brother? And I said, yes, I've never met him before. You take it from here.
And she, puts her arm on his shoulder. Nice to meet you. Blah blah blah. Congratulations to you and your wife. I've been following your fertility story.
Emily.
I've been following. Well,
I know. Came in guns a blazing.
I know. Just like, hey, right away. Really, so nice to meet you. I'm so y'all
So
sharing
proud.
your fertility.
So proud.
journey.
And I'm looking at Josh. I'm like,
Just waiting.
Just waiting.
How are you gonna get out of this? Like, what are you gonna say to like, slow that crash and burn down a little bit?
Right.
He's like, no, that was Brandon. I'm like, oh.
So then I'm thinking, wait, is there a third? So because then my mind's racing. I'm like,
So it wasn't him. For people that don't know,
For people who don't know, there on social media, like a few months ago or a month ago or whatever, there was a story about a Tampa Bay Ray, last name Lowe,
Pronounce Lau.
and his wife going through this fertility journey, and they had a baby, and it was beautiful. And I had to do IVF with Henry, so I'm very partial to these types of stories. I just wanted to thank him for sharing his journey with other people. And then once I figure out, they're like, no, that's Brandon. And then I'm like, is there a third Lowe brother? And then I'm like, so then my wheels turning, and then they're like, there's a short O, not a long O, and I'm like, what is even
and
happening?
you're standing there with all of them as you
So
realize.
and then there was a coach.
Yeah.
Yes, there was a coach there,
was
one of the
of our-
Tampa Bay
yes,
coaches.
He's great, and he's so nice about it too. Oh my gosh, I'm sitting there going, yep. I'm like, watching you crash and burn.
So
You loved it.
So at some point I just was like, so this is really awkward. Should I just excuse myself right now? And they're just crushing me. And then that's when Nate brings up this one was wearing a crop top cut off fishing shirts earlier this
On
week.
TV.
And I was like, here we go. Like, anyway.
I love it.
So embarrassing.
2-0 this week.
But-
She'll get me next week.
but-
She'll get me next week.
Redemption. So I go up because I had never met Nate's parents, and so I saw Brenna, Nate's girlfriend, and and Nate's parents, and then his grandmother was there. So I went up in the stands and introduced myself, and they're like, well, we watch all the time, and you tell Dave Raymond that I hear him, and blah. Anyway, so I said, I've got to share the story with you guys, like of what just happened between me and your sons. So I tell them the story, and they're just dying laughing, and then Nate's grandmother looks at me and she goes, honey, you should not feel bad at all.
Oh my gosh.
When I was in Tampa Bay for the first time, I saw this poster, and there it was right there, just low. And then there's a picture of my grandson. And I said, somebody come over here and take a picture of me and my grandson on this poster. So they take it, and then I show it to somebody, and they're like, that's not Josh. That's Brandon Lau. And I was like, oh my God.
You were very thankful
So
for that.
good.
It was
So
amazing.
good.
I was like, grandmother Lowe, you're amazing. Like, I love you so much. Thank you. It was tremendous. So then every time I saw Josh after that, I just said, hey, say hi to the wife and kids for me. And he'd be like, sure thing.
Yes, he's 2.5 years younger than me. So he's 25.
Okay.
I'm 28. Yeah, he's 25. So yeah. I just turned 28. He's 25 in February. So yeah, he's not quite like, I don't know. He could be
Not
my
there yet?
kid's age, but that's so funny that you say that.
Oh my God.
It's so funny that you
Now
say
an
that.
inside joke between all of y'all.
Yes.
I'm sure. That's
Yes.
amazing. That's what the soak is in the sink.
The soak.
The soak.
The soak.
Nothing needs to effing soak.
Nothing needs to soak. Mike McCoy, God bless him, he was trying to be a little more healthy. He's making these smoothies every day.
Smoothies are the worst.
Every day.
I mean, I love them.
And he doesn't even put soap in it.
Yeah.
He's just soaking it
He soaks the blender? Oh, no.
in water.
Oh, no.
Just water. Like, at least if something truly needs to soak, it needs soap.
It needs soap. Yep. Emily.
Lazy bastard. He just will not. He won't hand wash the blender.
Yeah.
He won't do it.
Oh, how about
it needs
this
to
one?
soak. There's literally not a particle of food or liquid in that thing other than the water that you're soaking it in.
Right, and that doesn't need to soak. Just get one of those brushes that you can. It's so annoying that, and then
so annoying.
The all of the like mugs or coffee like tumblers next to the sink. It's like, oh, I'm done. I'm gonna walk off. Like, who do you think is just gonna follow you around and finish the job?
Just put it in the dishwasher.
Just put it in the dishwasher.
Like, that's even
It's so easy.
That's not even washing it. Just put it in the dishwasher.
How about this one? Do you have like if they make something in a big pot and then and it's like a real, like it would be like a 30-second to 1 minute wash. It's a big pot and it's not like too sticky, but it's like, rinse, plop it in the dishwasher and it takes up all of the space. Yeah. It's like I can put one pot and then maybe one smaller pot and then someone else comes. I'm like, can you just wash this so I can have all of my dishwashing space, or a big giant thing in the trash? Like, because like a little bathroom trash can and it's like a big like Amazon box or something. And it's like, I'm like, what? That's not what that trash can's for.
Logical.
Take that all the way the F out. All the way out of the house.
Yes, that's
Don't
for
ruin
like
my little trash can.
Q-tips and dental floss.
Yes.
Maybe a Kleenex. Yes. Like, that's it.
Don't put your big freaking shit in my little bathroom trash.
Can't deal.
I'm so glad that husbands don't watch this. Our husbands.
Yeah.
Other husbands, take note.
Yes. Yes. Don't soak.
This is your cheat code.
Don't soak unless you really have to.
It's just like finish the job. Execute the job. Your mom heart never gets better. Like, it's not like the longer you do it, the more you do it, you're just like, oh, this isn't going to affect me because I'm used to it. Like, it's always going to affect you. And if your son is, Henry's age, or if your daughter's Anna's age, like, it's always going to be hard when you have to miss anything.
Last week, I just forgot to pack the little one's lunch, and she went to school and her teachers opened her lunch and it was empty, literally empty. So we get a note from them like, there isn't any food in this lunchbox. And my husband says,
and then you're at work and you're like, what do we do with
this?
Oh
my gosh, I was in Plano at a restaurant.
Yeah.
And so my husband says, is it possible that we forgot to pack the lunch? And by that, he very politely means, did you forget to do it? And in fact, I did. Like, there's not more to it. I just didn't.
I love that you sent the lunchbox anyways, though.
It came home in the backpack and then never came out of the backpack.
Well, at least you didn't have old lunch.
And then thankfully, well, my kids ate all their lunch like the good little girls that they are. But and a friend, like one of her little friends, shared her food.
Aww.
One of the teachers gave her like a granola bar.
Yeah.
And then grandma was helping that week. And so she ran by with Chick-fil-A an hour late, which was so special.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A at school delivered by grandma.
It was funny, not to go off on like complete tangent. We'll go back to restaurants in just a second. But I'm usually the lunch person. And when Anna it was the very end of school. And so I was in my crazy schedule and Kelly was already off. So he took over duties for like a week or whatever. And in that 1 week, he forgot to send lunch with Anna to school.
Kelly, I've been there.
And I was very proud of him because he didn't even text me or call me. I guess he was talking back and forth with the teacher. And the teacher said, sometimes when this happens, people will DoorDash Chick-fil-A to school. And so he did that.
That is a 2023 dad move.
Right? So he DoorDashed Chick-fil-A and they arrived and Anna got to have Chick-fil-A. And it was the teacher that told him
and
that.
And it dropped on the doorstep.
Yes.
And you pay $11 extra or whatever that outrageous
But at that point, it's
is.
like, I will pay $100. My child needs to eat
to
and
be
this
a
is
good
my
parent.
fault. Yes.
Oh, this is inspiration.
Yes. So it's a real thing.
I love that.
Recommended by the sweet little Montessori school where they like follow all the rules and everything else. They're like, oh, here's a tip.
Just DoorDash something.
I need all the tips.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's
because I don't
wonderful.
know if I can do that to the elementary school, but I'm surely going to forget. Now I have both of them there. And
Well, now we need to know this about both of our elementary schools.
Investigate
if this is a backup.
Right.
Option. Listen, my kids turned out wonderfully fine. I was not. I didn't.
Didn't you just tell me Hattie was twerking as you were driving out of the driveway a couple weeks ago?
Totally normal.
That's that boozy breast milk.
Don't do this to your husbands.
Okay, another PSA.
Don't do this, ladies. Don't do this to your husbands. Because I'll walk in, like to the living room, and they're going at it about something that I don't even know, and then I'll leave, and then later my wife will be like, "How'd you just let her talk to me like that?" I'm like, I didn't even know what was going on. I was just in the kitchen, and then I wanted to just, and then she goes, "Well, you by saying nothing, that's implicitly taking her side."
Totally undermine her.
But I wasn't part of that conversation
totally
at all.
undermined her as a parent.
I was in the other room, and then I came in for 1 minute, and yes, and it's terrible. So again, let's treat men a little better.
Oh, I mean,
that's the message here today.
It is
that we have it tough, and that you need to do more.
Crazy to think about, like how many years I've been doing it, and how many times I thought about leaving. And I mean, I don't want to get super emotional, but like, I just think about how much of a part of my life this has been, and my family's life. And, just to see it, I'm so happy for those dudes and their families. I'm so happy for our fans, for our organization, for everyone who's a part of it. I mean, just so happy for them to reach this, like, this pinnacle. And I texted some of the wives just a minute ago before we started shooting this, and I received a message from a guy I know who's a big Ranger fan, and he's telling me the story about his brother who was diagnosed with cancer. And this is like, they got diagnosed a couple years ago, had like 6 months to live, and he's still going. And this is what, like, their bond, and this is what they talk about. And so I sent it to the girls, and I was like, I just want y'all to know, like, I hope you'll share this with the boys, and know just how important this is, to people, and how much joy this has brought, so many people that are fans of this team. And it's just such a cool thing. And, I'm probably sleep deprived and all that, because I still have not slept, but yeah, it's just really cool. And getting to go on this ride, starting September 24th, when we left for Anaheim, and then went to Seattle, and then went to Tampa, and then Baltimore, and then home, and then Houston. I mean, all these things. And then getting to kind of, see these guys with their families, and their parents are there, and their kids and their wives. And it's just been so special.
At around like a 10-year-old Anna right now. But I know that 5-year-old Anna is starting to say things like, "Nobody gets me."
Oh. She's 5.
Yeah.
God, I feel you, Anna. I feel you. I'm 46.
Get me, Mom. She's 5. Cuts off my angle even more, because I got a trash bin on the alley, but the house behind me, and then my trash bin. And so it like makes it an even sharper of a turn to back out of my driveway in this big car. So anyway, that very morning, I had backed into the neighbor's, what I thought was trash can. Turns out it was a fence, and it busted the taillight in my new car. And so I was feeling shameful. Like, I had to tell Kelly, it's like very, like, because you send the text.
Hate that.
Like,
yeah, I know. Because I feel like Mike never does shit like that. He never backs into shit.
Or does he not tell you?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. But like, it's just very
And it was
rarely
so dumb.
shit like that happens to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'll get in like a little fender bender or whatever, and it's like, it's almost like your dad. It's like,
I know it is.
I had a little mishap, and it's like,
and they're just gonna like,
I know, that are like, well,
shame
honey, you really need to pay closer attention. And I want to be like, oh gosh, like,
seriously.
Well, and one time, this is a total side story. We'll get back to the breast milk. When we were building our first house, it was in a new development, and this was obviously years and years ago, whatever. And so there's new construction everywhere.
Yeah.
And I got a nail in my tire, or a big screw or something. And I remember, I tell this story, my girlfriends and I laugh at this all the time. Like, so what, there's nothing you can do about that. You ran over a nail or a screw.
There's no, like, you can't see it.
He said, honey, you really need to watch out.
Shut up.
And I was like, you can't be serious.
Like, you really can't be serious. So then, literally, like a couple months ago, he had a giant nail in his tire, and I was like, "Hon, you really need to look out for those nails on the road. You just really need to pay a little bit more attention."
Oh
maybe,
no!
You know. But I was like, "You need."
Were you like?
I need to look out for nails or
Laughing
screws
when
in
you
the
made fun
fucking
of him,
road.
or were you trying to like? Yeah.
Oh, I was like,
Did he laugh?
Oh yeah. Well played. I was like, "Oh, honey, you really should pay closer attention.
Watch out for
those
nails.
nails and screws.
How on
Also, watch out for
earth
rocks
would you do that?
being kicked up from a car
There's so
in
much
front
shit.
of you and cracking your windshield. Whatever.
Right.
But I did think that was hilarious. But it does seem like it just happens way more.
Yeah.
To me, to you than it
Yeah,
does to our
and
husbands.
most of my car things have been like very self-induced, like avoidable. Like my last car, the one that Kelly's driving now, has a scratch all on the side. It was the first thing that ever happened to it. It was from a pole in the drive-through lane at McDonald's. Like they have those yellow poles.
Yeah, they're too close.
They're too close. It's like
close.
you're going through a drive-through at McDonald's. Like
Yeah.
I'm already low. I'm already at a low point here. Don't put this pole right in my effing way.
Already.
Just let me get my chicken nuggies and my Coke without smashing into a fucking pole.
Like a Patreon, because it's not like commercially supported. It's like a subscription-based podcast. We thought that was okay. They did not. We received
Cumulus?
we
Okay.
received a cease and desist letter.
Oh, did you feel like you ultimate like is that just asking you to die?
Like, what do you
cease
can I
and
do?
desist
Like,
right
yeah,
now?
yeah,
It sounds
no,
so
I mean,
intense.
and
I'm like,
as I've
can I
said to-
still live
as I've
past
said to
this
Dan,
moment?
The cease I can take, but the desist.
That's where you draw the line.
Like you're literally telling me to die. Like this is just work shit here. Don't tell me to.
That was
desist.
just a little bit too much.
I have kids.
Yeah. No, and in perfect Dan McDowell style, the other day he was like, we have a new segment called Listener Feedback, and he just read the letter.
Oh, the cease and desist.
Yeah. He just read the letter.
So are you ceasing and desisting?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
we are not.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely
what I'm talking
not.
about.
We will not cease or desist, folks. We will assist.
These men must.
We will be sisting.
I think that like probably has a bad connotation.
Yeah,
If
no.
you're gonna be a cis.
Sorry.
It's like a yucky whelp,
Okay, but do
pussy
you
whelp
like
on
you
your
said-
body?
you did-
Jesus.
Here we go. The wheels
Oh,
are
sip of
already-
wine
there you
here.
go. Drink up, buddy.
You knew what you were getting into here.
Okay.
I don't know that I did. Yeah.
So, like, first of all, they were calling me mosquito bites because my boobs were so small because I hadn't hit puberty.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what are those mosquito bites? on your
Look at him now.
chest?
Where are they now?
Look
bitches?
what I got.
Look at her.
Look what I got, and they're perky. Damn it!
Oh, you mosquito bite assholes.
Yeah.
Come have a look.
I mean, obviously, it didn't affect me at all. I mean, no, I'm scarred by it. It was, and they called me a gorilla because my legs were so hairy. Yes. They'd be like, ooh, 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 ooh. And they're like,
Oh,
it was, I was getting it from all angles. Like, yes.
It's so mean.
Yes, yes, yes. It was awful. I'm laughing. But maybe I'm having PTSD.
I never knew that they
Yes.
called you gorilla.
My leg hair was something special. Like it was, and
It was thick, dark.
both. It's not good. Listen, I didn't have a good like middle school experience. There was nothing easy about middle school other than like the actual schoolwork. I had just moved to Plainview from California. Like I'm just
Aw.
trying all the things to
so
fit
sad
in.
for you.
It is sad for me. Yeah, so anyway. So it was mosquito and gorilla girl and whatever.
I don't feel good. Mike has been sick, which we'll talk about the differences.
Mike he's sick a lot.
Okay, mark that so I can send this to my husband.
No, I'm not getting him. I'm not getting him. What happens on the mom game stays on the mom game. All such a big deal.
Right. Well,
And
I mean, I'm
now,
going, listen.
20 to 30 years later.
Nothing's a big deal.
Nothing's a big
So,
deal.
but I'm already going through this with Henry.
Yeah.
Like junior high, like middle school. Like the stuff he thinks is such a big deal. And it's like parents know everything, but you don't want to listen to them.
Yeah.
Know everything, but And it's like, I just want to tell him, like, this is not that big of a deal.
I know. I know. But
the same way, I mean, Hattie's already so fucking dramatic, and she's in 4th grade. God, Julie, I remember cheerleader tryouts.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And I feel so bad for my dad, because my dad raised my sister and I. So usually, I mean, you know, stereotypically, it's usually the mom dealing with the dramatic ass girl, you know, going through all this shit. And my dad had to be just right in the thick of me being such a dramatic asshole.
Yeah.
You know, like, what happens if I don't? And like, poor thing, like he would like have flowers ready. And he navigated it so well.
Yeah.
I mean, he would send me flowers on Valentine's Day. Like if I didn't have a boyfriend.
So
like
sweet.
He thought of everything. Like basically he's in a prevent defense my entire like teenage years. Like
Smart.
What can I do?
Highly recommend to all dads. Prevent defense.
What can I do to
get ahead of it?
Fucking emotional, hormonal,
and husbands
teenager.
too. Husbands and dads.
Yes.
Prevent defense.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
Well, and I think I think Mike is getting better at that. Like why he booked me a massage.
That is prevent defense.
Oh, total prevent defense. Like he's like, what can we do to make mom as happy as possible so she, you know, doesn't bitch about cooking dinner while we're, you know, skiing. Like he's learning.
Okay, good. How long has it been?
17. No, it'll be 15. It'll be 15 years, 14 years.
Good job.
So yeah, I mean, I feel like it's all about, you know, I feel like life is a lot of prevent defense. One thing I did want to ask you about, like the family dynamic between you've got 2 brothers. I mean, you guys have been, people look at that TV show Succession and they're like, that's like the Joneses. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like that crazy to think about, like how those, I mean, obviously hopefully aren't going to like try to kill each other or anything, but you know, just the dynamic that's involved when you are such a high profile family. You know, y'all are all involved in the family business. Like my kids are fighting over, you know, Legos. Like what's it like for you guys as siblings, and what do you want to do in this thing? What's your ultimate goal?
Oh my gosh, that's so funny, and it's so funny that you bring up those shows, Succession, because I love that show, first of all, and I happened to go to one of the premieres, and at the premiere, Shiv was there. Okay, so those of you who are familiar with the show Succession, there's one daughter, and her name is Shiv. And then she has her 3 brothers. So I went up to her and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like such a fangirl, but I was trying to figure out what should I say. And so I couldn't really think of what to say. And all I did is I walked up to her and I went, oh my gosh, I play you in real life.
I play you in real life.
It's amazing.
Yeah. And she just looked at me and she goes, oh God, I hope not. You know, and
he kind of outkicked his coverage.
Very much outkicked his coverage.
And I feel like when I say that, I feel like that's I can't tell you how many professional baseball players I've told that about their wives. And I feel like that's
you tell them they've outkicked their coverage.
Yes, but I feel like that's like the highest compliment. Like
to the wife.
Well, that's a good point.
Pretty much every athlete outkicks their coverage.
This is true. But this is another thing I'll say. But can you imagine if someone like came up to you and like saw Keller and like, well, you really outkicked your coverage with him, Julie?
I would cry.
That's what I mean.
I would
like
punch
it's
them
total reverse
in the gut.
sexism or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody came up to like Mike and I'd be like, oh, this is your husband. You really outkicked your coverage. I'd be like, well, fuck off. You know?
Yeah.
You don't know what all I've got to offer, damn it. So yes, it's totally terrible of us to do that, but I'm not going to stop.
Now I'm sort of asked you a question, but I'm going to keep talking for a second.
Please.
Because it's just, Emily, like it's such a unique situation with you and this team. You've been there longer than the players. Like you've been there longer than the GM. You've been there longer than almost everybody. Fans know you more than they know this dang team. Like you are the Texas Rangers. You are. And so you are. And like to see this happen, and like Eric Nadel right there too, but you're the mouthpiece to this team, and and people getting to know them and getting to go on the Rangers journey and have their heart broken by this team, and 2011 and the highs and the lows and everything. Emily, like, you've been right there with it. Like, even my little mini like reporter experience, like, you were there, like, you were my like guiding light, and just somebody that I looked up to, and just the way that the players look at you and respect you and give you their real, genuine, like, from the heart answers, no matter what question you're asking, no matter how tired they are, no matter what number game in the season it is. Like, they see you and they bow up and they talk to you from the heart. That's something you don't find. Like, you just don't find that very often with teams and in sports and with these professional athletes. And it's just magic, and you're just solid gold with this team in your whole life. And I was crying. I'm happy for you. Like, literally sacrificing your fucking body, like, over the last month, and not seeing your family and going a little bit insane. And it would be great. You have so many wonderful memories, and that's what you talked about with Kelly. Like, so many people you meet along the way, and so many memories, and such a huge part of your life. But, like, there's just something missing when you don't get to experience this. And I absolutely love that you were that you were just there. You're one of them. Like, you're in every single dang locker room celebration. You're traveling. It's hard. It takes it out of you. But, like, thank God you were a part of this whole entire ride in the postseason, especially. And I just love the whole thing for you. I love how much respect all these guys have for you. I love that you're such a crucial part of the organization. And I know they even lean on you for, like, you are, like, it's good to have somebody like you around, for the guys. You're a constant, like, sense of comfort, I know, for a lot of them, because it is hard traveling, and it is hard leaving your family. And you're just such a huge part of this thing. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for this team. I'm so happy for the fans. Like you said, it's just insane. Like, I can't believe it's real. I can't believe it's real.
Okay, let's pop it.
Okay, let's do it. This always scares me.
Yes. The Rangers are still World Series champions.
And no one can take that from them.
No one can take it from any of us. It's ours.
It
is ours.
A new hat.
I have a new hat. Yeah, I can't. I'm still in disbelief.
Yeah, I bet.
But I am finally starting to feel more like a human being, like a normal human being. Because you know how I am. I had to get my whole life, my family, my house back in order after being gone so long.
Just kind of. I mean,
yes.
You worked a lot longer, and it was crazy, but it's like best possible scenario,
Oh my God.
Like, if you're gonna put in all that extra time and travel and then have, like, a heartbreak at the end, that makes it even worse.
Yeah.
But when you put in all that extra time and travel and time away from the family, and then get to have this celebratory, like, month with your family, like, that's just gonna make it so much better.
Super fun. Ashley, I poured a glass for you too, honey. Cheers, honey. Cheers to the World Series champion Texas Rangers. Cheers to us being back together. Champions. We are the champions. We need Dirk here.
Is it no time for
no time for losers?
Or is it you are the losers?
You sick burn. Because we are the champions of the world.
So we'll look through some of our greatest moments from the last year.
Thank you to Ashley for putting that together.
Ashley.
She's the best. And thank you to all of you who gave us recommendations as to what their favorite moments.
We're completely insane. Are we going to work on that insanity? Are we going to try and get our shit together in the new year?
No.
Okay, I think this is what we can do. We can get our shit together outside of here, but when we walk in here, I love just like being wheels off.
Yeah.
And we have therapy sessions, we laugh, we cry. What you see here on the Mom Game is very real and very from the heart. And I think you can tell from the best of clips that we just showed. So it's been another really great year for us and for the Mom Game, and I'm looking forward to the future.
Me too. Grateful to our awesome producer, Ashley Bullington. Grateful to our awesome partner, Adam Hernandez. Grateful to all of you who listen to this shit show on a regular basis, who watch us, who engage with us on social media. To all of our sponsors who, make this thing go. We are so appreciative of you, and we can't wait to see what 2024 holds in the Coppola studio.
In the Coppola Studios.
The Francis Coppola studio, and we'll have just a little sneak peek. We're going to have some new headgear on these microphones because we have another big sponsor coming.
Yay!
Thanks to one of my sorority sisters from Texas Tech, Victoria Brown. Victoria Elliott, excuse me. Yes. Victoria Brown, who she was in college, but she is a fucking rock star, Geico agent, member of she just got named to the Black Chamber of Commerce, board of badasses.
Top 5 agents in the U.S.
She's effing amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Wow.
she's amazing. We're going to have her on the show.
I'm so glad that's
early in the
working
new
out.
year.
Sounds like she'll fit
and
right
so
in.
we're going to slap some little Geico mic flags on here. She's super involved in the community, super thankful for her as a person and as a partner. So anyway, we can't wait for 2024. We're super grateful for all of you. Cheers to our empty glasses.
Yay!
For the record, we recorded 2 shows today. That's why.
Yes.
There's nothing in our glasses. But
Yes.
listen, you guys. We'll see you in 2024 because
Sounds
Mom Game is
Mom Game out.
out.